Welcome back to another lesson of making Facebook cover photo by using Canva. So, without any further ado, let's just open up Canva on our PC. On my screen, you can see that I have opened up Canva. Now, what is the first thing you're going to do? So the first thing we're going to do is going to be opening up that specific page where I can edit my Facebook cover photo. Now, there are a couple of things you have to keep one thing in mind is that you have to make one. Okay. Now, you might find out cover photos over here, or maybe if you search for cover photos, you might find it or might not. So what you can do is click on create a design and search for Facebook cover. Okay. Now you can see this Facebook cover photo is over here. Okay, but this is not going to be the exact one as we need to be. And obviously Facebook cover photos nowadays are not this big, right? So obviously now you can see that you will have to make it on your own. Okay, now how do you do that? Now there are specific type of, resolution. Now let's go off to any of our web browser and let's search for something. So let's search for Facebook cover photo resolution. Now hit on enter and there we go. Now there are different sizes for different type of pages. Now you can see there's also the save zone, which I'm going to be making, and also the save zone over here visible on mobile desktop. Now, how are you going to customize that? Now we have to combine 2, 3, let's say pages to make our own. Now, how do I do that? So as you can see, 851 wide and 315. So it can go up to 320 into 312 to 380 into 360. Now let's just go off to Canva again and start off our thing. Now the last one, which we're going to keep one thing in mind, is that we will have to make something such as 640 and 360 pixels so that we can make our save zone. Now it is also showing us our save zone, right? Now we're going to make that right now. Let's open up Canva. There we go. Now the first thing you're going to do is click on custom size. Now in custom size, what you're going to do is remove the one. Okay, this is my previous width and height. Now on the width, first thing I'm going to be doing is going to be making our, the topmost or the backest page. Now that page is going to be 820 into the height is going to be first off 360. Okay, hit on 360, click on create a new design. Now when you click on new design, you will see this page, but this is the biggest one. This is the backest one. Okay, but we're not going to be needing it right now. Now as we have the page, now we're going to be making our margins and also our save zones. Now to make our save zones, what I'm going to be doing is going to be first off, I'm going to click on home again. This is our save zone. This is where we'll be making it. I'm going to click on custom size, 820 into 312. Hit on create a new design. Now our design has been made over here. Okay, so we have this 360 and 312. Now the last one, which we are going to make out or make the save side, our save zone from the left to right, is going to be 640. Type in 640 into 360 pixels. Hit on create a new design. Now this is going to be side to side. Now the next thing what you're going to be doing is going to be making boxes. Now how do you make boxes? But first thing I'm going to do is click on this page, which is going to be the backest page. You can see it over here. Also I'm going to click on this size or click on the color. Now let's just make it something like this color, or maybe this, or maybe click on something like this, and I'm going to do is make something look very calm. Okay, now as this is going to be our backest page, now we're going to put in our save zones. Now for the save zones, what you're going to do is go off to elements. When we go off to elements, we're going to do is find out the shape. Let's apply in the square. Okay, I'm going to do is get it over here. I'm going to do is make a full size of this page. Now I'm going to do is do the same thing on this one. I'm going to do is take elements, take a square. I'm going to do is take it right over on the corner. I'm going to do is make it maybe this. Okay. Then I'm going to do is take our fill the whole page, and now it looks good. Now what I'm going to be doing is going to be copying it. Okay. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to do is paste it right over here. Okay, this is now pasted. I'm going to do is keep it at the center perfectly. You can see now it is at the center. Now the next one I'm going to be doing is going to be copy this one too. Copy. I'm going to do is paste it right over here. Keep it at the center. Now you can see that this part I'm going to do is take this one over here, click on it, use layer, bring to forward. So this part and this part is going to be our, save zone. Now, how do I do that? First, I'm going to do is click on this. I'm going to do is first off, click on transparency. And you see the part over here, up till here to here, that is going to be our save zone. And that is where we are going to put in our elements. Now, how do I do that? First thing I'm going to be doing is going to be this ruler and guide. Now, how do you turn on ruler and guide? So you have this option over here called file. When you click on file, you will have this view settings. Now in this, you will find out show rulers and guides, and you can also add guides if you want to. And you can also see that there is this shortcut key, which is going to be Shift R, so that you can turn on auto guides, okay, or rulers. Now from here, as I already have my rulers and guides open, what I'm going to be doing is going to be putting in that margin. So hold on to this over here. I'm going to do is take it at the bottom. This line over here, do is take another line and put it right on this. We'll do the same thing on this left side. We'll do is take it right over here. And the last one is going to be over here. There we go. Now, as I'm done with this, I'm going to do is cut the other ones off as I don't need it anymore. And we already made our save zone. So I'm going to do is just delete them. There we go. So this is basically going to be our save zone, and that is where we are going to put in our data or whatever there is. Now you can also put in a background, but it doesn't matter because you're going to put in the background over on the whole page. Now, how to do that? So you can use templates if you want to, or you can also use just a color if you want to. But we already got our margins so that we already know the alignments. Now, the first thing I'm going to be doing is going to be clicking on design. Now, choose whatever you want. Okay, you can use a template or maybe a design. Now, you can also select any of the colors or palettes if you want to use. Now, in the elements, I'm going to be doing is searching for something calm. Hit on enter. And there we go. Let's click on peaceful. I'm going to do is click on see all. And there we go. We have a whole lot of things, right? Now you can apply basically anything you want, but you can also use graphics too if it's up to you. So for now, I'm going to be doing is searching for calm. Now I'm going to do is go off the photos. If you want to use any of the photos, you can apply it whenever you want to. What I'm going to do is use this. As this, I'm going to do is take it right over here. I'm going to just increase the size up to until I fill the whole page. Or you can right click on it and set image as background. There we go. Now it is totally perfect. I'm going to do is click on transparency and reduce the transparency if you want to, or you can keep it however it is. Now I'm going to do is click on elements again. I'm going to do is take another, box. I'm going to do is take it right over here. I'm going to do is increase the size. Make sure that is white in color. And I'm going to do is fix the transparency. See? There we go. It is now totally perfect. Now, the thing I'm going to be doing is going to be putting in my elements. What I'm going to do is start in for calm. Now, as this is going to be our cover photo, we don't need a lot of stuff, but we can put in a couple of text over here. Let's say this is going to be something relaxing. So I'm going to do is go after text. And when I go after text, I'm going to do is put in something from over here, but you can also put in something on your own by customizing it. So as I want to save a lot of time, I'm going to be doing is putting on any one of these. Okay, as I have it over here, I'm going to put on steak night. Now, when I click on it, it will appear right up on my screen over here. So I just have to wait for a while. And you can see it has been opened. Now, what I'm going to be doing is going to be keeping it at a side. Let's say I'm going to do is put it on this side. But make sure to put it inside of the margin. Do not take it out of the margin. Okay. I'm going to do is customize this. Every night starting from 8 p.m. Steak night Now this one, Boulevard Avenue, plot 5. There we go. Steak night. And then I'm going to be doing is going to be putting in my, let's say the photo. Now there are a couple of photos which you'll be able to apply. Now let's search for steak first. Hit on steak. I'm going to do see all. I'm going to do is use this. This looks really good. So I'm going to do is click on over here. And there we go. We have a photo. Now, as we have it over here, we can put it right around over here. Now you can see this is how it will look like. You can also apply in a couple of photos if you want to. Let's say you want to apply this. Now I'm going to do is keep it at the center of the whole thing. So I just keep it over here. I'm going to do is go off the transparency and reduce the transparency up to here. There we go. We have it. Now you can see how good it actually looks. You can also use photos if you want to. Let's make a couple more starting from scratch, and also let's see how it works. Okay, let's say I'm going to use add page, and you will basically see that we still have the margin. This time, I'm going to be doing for a photographer. Now how she or how he wants to make it. Now I'm going to do is going to be clicking on the page. Now I'm going to do is instead of that, I'm going to just search for photo. Or maybe let's just try something good. Japan. Let's say I'm going to do is get any of the photos. Click on see all. I'm going to do is make sure to put any one of those. I'm going to do is right click, say images background. There we go. I'm going to do is click on transparency. Over here, just reduce this. Okay. Now, even though I reduced it, I'm going to do is make sure to put a pink type of, let's say I'm going to do is go off the elements again. I'm going to do is make sure to put this over here. I'm going to do is get off the colors. I'm going to do is find out pink. Now I'm going to do is increase the size. Now I'm going to do is fix the transparency up to here. There we go. It is now perfect. As we have it, what I'm going to be doing is going to be putting in a lot of things. Let's say I'm going to do is put this graphics over here. I'm going to wait for a while until it appears up. We're going to search for Japan, okay? Make sure to put on Japan. I'm going to do is obviously search for a lot of stuff. I'm going to hit on see all, and there we go. We have a lot of elements. Now, I'm going to be doing is something, just like I said, someone who's a photographer. Now, I'm going to do is use any of these. Okay, I'm going to use this. I'm going to do is rotate it. There we go. I'm going to do is click on upload. I'm going to do is upload one of the photo. I'm going to click on upload files, or let's say I'm going to do is click on upload file, and there we go. We have it. I'm going to do is click on its open. I'm going to wait until it opens up or uploads up. And after it has been uploaded, I'm going to select on this. I'm going to do is edit the photo. Do is click on BG remover so that I can remove the background. Now, after I remove the background, that is going to be our, let's say, in our save zone. Now you can see this one is not on the save zone because that is going to be going out anyways. So I'm going to do is click on this. Just keep on over here. There we go. Okay. Now another thing, what I'm going to be doing is going to be searching for elements. Now, Japanese frames. Hit on enter. There we go. We have this Japanese frame over here. I'm going to do is put it right over here. Okay, I'm going to do select on this. There we go. I'm going to use increase the size. Increase it in such a way so that it covers up this part. I'm going to just take it right over here. Or maybe let's just try deleting it and putting it something which will work. What I'm going to do is put this over here. I'm going to just reduce the size. There we go. Reduced. I'm going to do is keep the thing. I'm going to do is apply this over the top. I'm going to do zoom in. Now we have to take it over here. There we go. So as it has been done, what I'm going to be doing is going to putting in other elements. Now, as we are done with this, or we can also use this if we want to. Now I'm going to do is take this. We're going to make it super Japanese. I'm going to do is remove it. I'm going to do is, let's say, instead of that, I can just use directly this, right? Delete. There we go. I'm going to do select on this, add the photo, magic eraser. I'm going to do is first off, get back. I'm going to do is make sure to use both of them at the same time. Group them up. There we go, as they're grouped up right now. I'm going to do is select on the whole thing. I'm going to do is edit the photo, magic eraser. Okay, now that on this part, I'm going to do is go back, take it a bit down. There we go. So as it is done, what I'm going to be doing is going to be applying in our text. So I'm going to go off the text. I'm going to do is search for Japanese. And there we go. We have it. So I'm going to do is maybe search for this. Hina Mincho. Okay. So I'm going to do is select on this text. Professional photographer. Increase the size. Professional photographer. I'm going to do is make another duplicate so that I can use it under it. Call for inquiries and photo shoots. I'm going to do is reduce the size over till here. I'm going to do select on all of these. I'm going to do is reduce the font. I'm going to do is bold it up if possible. Control A. It's not boldable, so I'm going to do is keep it just like this. And then I'm going to do is going to be making it another one. Let's say I'm going to do is Yogomi font. I'm going to do is take this Yogomi font, and then I'm going to do is apply the mail. And then we're going to do is the contact number, then all of those. I'm going to do is type in XXX equal as a number. There we go. Then I'm going to do is put another one, duplicate right over here. Let's say @yahoo.com. Then I'm going to duplicate another one. Do is cut this off. Dot direct. Let's say I'm going to use www.rty.com. There we go. We have all of them ready, and we can also put in whatever you want for your cover photo. You can also apply different customs or elements if you want to. You can also do a lot of stuff, a lot of elements, change a lot of things. Let's say I'm going to do is Japanese. I'm going to hit on enter, graphics, and there are a lot of things. Let's say I'm going to do is put this over here. I'm going to do is keep it at the center. There we go. I'm going to do is click on position, layers, just take it at the bottom, not like totally bottom. I'm going to do is click on transparency, reduce the transparency. There you go. Looking quite good. Go off the elements again. I'm going to do is search for Japanese again, and then I want a couple of patterns. So I'm going to do is go off the graphics, and let's say I'm going to do is maybe use these. Okay, this is quite good. So I'm going to do is, okay, we can also use this, you know. What we're going to do is cover up the whole page with this. I'm going to do is select the whole thing. I'm going to do is keep it right to the center. I'm going to do is duplicate another one right over here. Just take it just like this. Now what I'm going to be doing is going to be clicking on both of them. Control G. What I'm going to do is go after position. I'm going to do is take it at the bottom. Under this, over here. What I'm going to do is, okay, not under that. I'm going to do is take it over here. What I'm going to do is click on the transparency. I'm going to do is reduce it until it looks good. There we go. So hope you understood everything about this lesson on how you'll be able to make Facebook cover photo by using Canva and how you'll be able to get the resolution. So let's move on to our next lesson where we are going to be learning about how we will be able to make a Facebook post design by using Canva. So without any further ado, let's just jump on to our next lesson.